Little update for the truck today. As you can see, there's no camper on this anymore. I sold it. It didn't fit my style anymore. I was kind of on the edge of off-road and overland. I found the camper with the weight and how big it was just affected what I wanted to do. And I kind of realized I lean more off-road. I want to tackle harder trails, and the top-heavy camper and the extra 350 pounds, it did not work out so well. So I sold it. It was really nice to have. It's going to a good home, a guy with a 3rd gen or 2nd gen Tacoma. He came and picked it up, but this video is not about the camper. Yes, the camper's gone. This video is about what is in the bed right now. You can't see it, but let me unlock this. We've got deck drawers. I found these on Marketplace, as is typical for me. I immediately called the guy. He was an older gentleman. He had it up for about an hour, and he said he got flooded with messages because he had it listed for $300. This is the legacy drawers. So it's got the big one here, and it's got a smaller one right here. And it is for this is technically for a 2nd gen Tacoma, but the bed sizes between the Tacoma and Frontier are close enough that it worked out perfectly. I paid $300 for this. I called him and said, I'm gonna go get cash. I'll see you like tomorrow type of thing. Or same day, I forget how it went. Kind of the deck was also one of the reasons I decided to get rid of the camper, because I could stand up in the camper from the bed, but once you kind of had the camper door up here, it was tough to get in this way to stand up, as opposed to just crawling in the tailgate area. So sold the camper, but we've got the drawers. I love these drawers. They're absolutely fantastic. I don't know if I would pay full price for them because it is kind of heavy. You lose a lot of storage, but this truck is literally a soul off-roader. I even upgraded my wife's car recently. I've got her in an Escalade. It can tow more, it can tow better than this can. So this thing doesn't even tow anymore. It's a soul off-roader. That's all it does. Let me bring you in closer. We'll check out a few things on it. So on the deck, it came with these rails in the top of it so that I can, let me move you over here. Ignore how it's mounted, I'll go over that. Got these rails in the top of it so you can strap stuff down. But on the deck, it's got these pockets. So like in this one right here, I've got a strap, I've got my oil, transmission fluid. On the other side, oh, my camera's falling down. Hold on. Okay, on this side over here, since it's just nice quick grab, I've got recovery rope and some shackles in there. It's pretty neat because there's like this nice lip that goes around it that the water goes into and then drains out. So you put these in place and no water can actually get in those bends. So I haven't figured out my rear mounts yet. This is temporary, but I got my Utilitrack pieces in there, a U-bolt, a turnbuckle, so it's pulling it back in that way. And that one right there is pulling it back in that way. So it kind of squares it in there. And then up front here, I actually made these brackets. I need to finish painting them, but on the Frontiers, you have tow hook, like rope points here where you can do like a little tie down piece. And I had some angle iron, so drilled 2 holes, cleaned out the holes in the bed that are already there, added a hole for the turnbuckle, so I've got a turnbuckle in there. And then over here, I've got the same thing. Oh, we're all blown out. There we go. Same thing here, some washers. Obviously, I need to toss some paint on it. Keep a old beer can holder right there. But it sits in here pretty good. I think one of the best things about the deck is it gets everything out from bins, from totes, from in the cab. It's not organized right now. I've been on 2 trips since I got it, and I haven't dialed it back in. And one of those trips, I actually got a flat tire on. And so like the jack and stuff is just thrown in here. But like in this one, I've got my tools, I've got my tire patch kit, tow straps, the jacks in here. I keep a dry bag with freeze-dried food in it, shackles, glue tread, bear spray, jump box, tow strap or recovery strap, my inflator, some gloves, and all this just stays out of the way. Like unless I need it, I don't think about it. And then in the small one, I don't have a lot in it at all right now because this is the one that I use for camping. So, you know, this is a bag that I typically take up into my tent or into the camper or, you know, close to my hammock. And it has like a fan in it and a battery bank and some chapstick and like Tums or melatonin, stuff like that. Keep my chair in there. I got a Fiskars X27 splitting axe thing, little folding bow saw. So I kind of have it set up where like this side is all truck related stuff and then this side is all camping related stuff. On a normal camping trip, I was in one on one in January. Check out the video on that, went with camo. I'll link it over there. It worked out great because I had all the truck stuff there and then this side was all my camping stuff. So like if I was at camp, I don't need any truck stuff. So I had my stove set up right here. Pull this drawer out, it's got my food in it, it's got my pots and my dishes and all my cooking stuff. And I could just cook and do and clean and this and that right here. And then when I'm done with cooking or camp stuff for the night, you just close it up and you're good to go. It worked out super well. I really have no complaints. It is expensive if you buy it new. I usually see them for around the decked. I usually see them for like 800 to $1,000, but if you keep an eye out, you can find some pretty solid deals on it. Like I said, I paid 300 bucks for this. So it's worth trying to check out, worth trying to find if you're interested in it. It does have, like, you can lock the drawers here if you maybe didn't have a locking tailgate, but as you saw in the beginning, I have a locking tailgate. And so what I typically do is leave it locked. That way, if I'm ever out and about, you can't open the tailgate and then can't get into the drawers. Like I can't even pull the handle out far enough to get it to slide open the tiniest bit. So it's a little bit of security there. And then, you know, let's say you were in a less than ideal location, you could double lock everything. So really cool product, huge fan. I don't know how I stayed organized without one before. And I know one of the things I was dealing with before was I was always trying to stack things in different ways. Like you have a bucket of your fluids here, and then you've got your like recovery tub tied down over there, and then you have your chair and stuff just slid in here. And then you go over a massive whoop when you're off-roading or something of that nature, and it all jumps up and goes flying, bumps around. Whereas this, I don't have to think about that anymore. Yes, it can bounce around the drawers and maybe make a little bit of noise, but it just stays in the drawers. On some of these trips I was on, we were taking some whoops pretty fast, like where it kind of takes your stomach away. And I never once had to worry about, is everything in the bed gonna stay tied down? The deck didn't move. It also keeps a lot of stuff out of the cab. Typically I would actually put like my spare clothes in the cab because I would have an open bed with just a tote or something. But what I did in January is I got one of my dry bags, put my spare clothes in there, my emergency clothes in case something, you know, we got soaked and got super wet, and I put them in here. It was all the way up here in the front. Can't get wet. If it does get wet, it's also in a dry bag. So this works out really well. I'm a huge fan. So you might be asking now, what's next? Camper's gone, you go out pretty often. You're gonna have to wait and see, and you may be able to see it right here in the corner of the shop, but it's in the garage. That'll be another video for another time, but I've already got the replacement. I actually bought the replacement for the camper before I even had the camper sold because it was an absolutely insane marketplace deal. I literally saw it within an hour of being posted. I messaged them and I said, I'm on my way. I have cash in hand. From the time I left my house till I got to the location 45 minutes away, the person said they had over 30 messages about that package deal that I managed to score. I've already got the replacement for it. I'm actually gonna put it on today. It's a beautiful day here in Central Virginia. It's nice and warm, it's sunny. There's no snow and ice. But I wanted to get kind of give you all an update on the truck with the deck. There's no camper anymore. It feels very weird and naked. I've always had like a roof rack I've always had lights on the roof. I've always had the camper over, and then to see the truck without anything on it, no soft topper, no roof lights, no roof rack, no camper, it definitely feels a little strange. But I'm enjoying kind of the more simple look for it for sure. If you have any questions, you have any comments, more than happy to answer them. And stay tuned for stage 2 that's going to happen right here in the bed of this truck. Thanks for watching.